Talking Tigers right now, though, playoffs matchup set. We're going to get to the Lions stuff. But it's, D-Mac, isn't it wild? Like, I say that kind of half jokingly where I'm like, don't worry, everybody, we'll get to the football. I haven't felt pressure from the people about the football.
We all know, because here's the one thing, right? And this goes back to more of culture, right? Because there's a large, it's not huge base that doesn't know how to act. What I mean by that, hasn't experienced winning before. A lot of us have. All of us in this chat, whether it was at a younger age or whatever, but we know the vibe. We know how to act when it's real, right? When it's something that's real. And right now, everybody with what the Tigers have done, and what I say, when we think of a Detroit sports fan, fickle, but knowledgeable.
Yep.
Right? And the knowledgeable is that you will get your just desserts when you deserve them. And yes, the Lions and everything, and everybody knows we'll be talking about it. Got a big hype. Finally, the league looks down and says, you deserve a Monday night game.
Right.
Which we're going to break down. But the task at hand right now is giving these Tigers, because here's the thing. We don't know what's going to happen. Right? And it's starting tomorrow. We know that there's going to be a watch party. We're all going to be sitting at Woodward watching it with everybody else that can join along.
Yep.
2:30. Here we go. Right? But it's all sort of, they've deserved this. Going from 0.2% odds to make the playoffs in the beginning of August to being in. So as a sports fan and considering myself a Detroit sports fan or whatever, this is what they deserve. This is us giving them their flowers for what has happened, and I think everybody in the chat thread understands that. And then that's the best part about the interaction. Woodward Sports being about the people is stuff that we all care when it's real, and that's what it's real. Now we're laying down, okay, now you got concerns and stuff like this, but it's a free roll and just enjoying. This, to me, Neil, is more about enjoying the journey together of what we've been in. It's been a rough ride. You know, Kenny and I got off.
Yeah.
You know, we found a way. Kenny got connected, and we hitched a ride to the next train station, got back on. There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of people like that, but we're here now. And you saw that over the weekend. Broke the attendance record since in 12 years or something for a weekend series. Like, people will show up. It's the same way as we'll talk about what's at hand.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate, but, like, here, I'll give you your Wings talk for the day, right? As they're playing split squad, one in Buffalo, one at home. I don't know what the roster.
They playing in Sarasota or
something?
Well,
the game got canceled the other day because Pittsburgh couldn't get in, right? So they're doing, the split squad. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but I don't know the lineup today. I'm more concerned about the Tigers, the Lions, stuff like this. We'll get to that. They're continuing and they're rolling, but I'm proud, This is why Detroit sports fans, when it comes down to it, when it's business and we're done messing around or, arguing and stuff like this, task at hand. So that's what you're experiencing.
Woodward Sports chat thread, WeezyD313. Everybody gets a free pass this series. We shouldn't be here. Only room for upside. And that is it. At the end of the day, that's where I'm at, too.
Yeah.
Like this, whatever happens, man. I took it in, and like I said, I had to fly out Friday, so I'm crushed I missed that game. I wanted to be at that game so bad, but I didn't get a chance to. But, at the same time with it, I did take a moment and kind of reflect. I'm like, man, I put a social media post. I'm like, man,
that was a great post,
decade,
too.
Dude.
Yeah.
A decade.
They did it. They pulled it off.
Every day in the car, on the TV, even when it's over in May, which it was many times, over in April, all of it, dude.
Kenny, can you throw up a chat?
Yeah.
Just who in this Tiger season is more like you and I?
No. 65% of people say no. AJ Hinch's championships are not tainted. So
or more like Neil, right? Because Neil is blood, sweat, and tears through everything else, not even this year, but has stuck with this team.
I don't do TV shows, and I don't do movies unless this is what I do, man.
Yeah.
Like whether I was working in it, not working in it, it's what I do, dude. And I'm not going to go do something else or watch somebody else or stuff like that. It's just, but yeah, like I did take a minute to reflect on it.
But I want to know, because there's a group that's like KG and I that got apathetic and said, I love the Tigers, I still do, but I can't do this to myself.
Yeah.
Right? And there's you that just keeps hitting the pipe
Well,
and it worked. I mean,
Right,
whatever
good, bad, or
it worked
indifferent.
out. But we're all in the same position now. We all got to this destination where we're right in the last week at the end of this, more so the end of the season and celebrated and stuff like that. I'm just interested because it's got to be fulfilling in either way, right? Because the post that you said about it being the trying times, and when you think about it, man, it has been barren, so barren when it comes to the Tigers. For everybody else, so that's why we need to enjoy this. And then we'll worry about what needs to be done and all this stuff when the dust clears down the road moving to the future. But the priority is, Neil, is that there's something here, finally.
DR, what's a free roll mean? Somebody enlighten me. It means that there's no consequence. Like,
Yeah.
You roll the dice.
We wasn't supposed to be here.
You
Playing with house money.
If they
win or
lose,
you
they
don't
lose. Yeah, if they lose, they lose. It's no big deal. But.
Right. Yeah, free roll means you have money from the house already.
You got the house's
Like
money.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens to it in the grand scheme of things. So, Woodward Sports chat thread, Ricola says, "House money, go Tigers." Yeah, and that's fair. Young Jay, October's a different beast. I'm not a Tigers fan, but it's great to hear y'all talking baseball on this show. No, and it is, man. They've captured the imagination. The Tigers have put the Lions on the back burner. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
That is fair, and that is wild.
It's been a decade, Neil.
That is
Like,
wild.
We were talking before the show. I told you when they clinched, it felt like they won the ALCS. Like, that's how long it's been.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
Are you more like D-Mac and KG, or are you more like Neil? I'm in every day, and even when it's sicko stuff. When you got your friends saying, "Neil, we need to have a talk."
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah,
like
your
that.
Al Avila apologist group or loyalist group.
Loyalist, yeah.
Yeah.
Which there's only one Al Avila loyalist, by the way. That's my
yeah.
guy Colin. That's it. But I want to make they texted me. They're like, "Don't be looping us in there."
Right. Off the fruits of his labor. We wouldn't be here without the fruits of his labor.
The same thing as like flannel. Don't be looping us in with flannel.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a media creation.
That is. Big Cuz.
Flannel's our Alavila. Flannel's code name's Colin from now on.
Yeah.
That is
I
true.
call
He's the
him
Colin
Colin.
of the group. Yeah. Big Cuz, and yet, Neil, we're still going to win the World Series 100.
Hey,
So,
if that's how you feel, then
promo code Woodward 1000.
Exactly.
Get a $1,000 free roll.
Yeah.
And put up a grand to win 28
Hey,
grand.
and run with it.
This Pete Smith just said 10 years ago we traded for David Price.
Ooh.
Just
what a
for just for a time check for everybody.
Yeah. What a time.
It's absolutely true, man.